Good morning, guys. Sticking with adverbs. Here's the deal, guys. Really for today, just focusing on going through examples of how to find adverbs. So that's what we're going to really focus on because, as you can see, here is your assignment. Nothing underlined. You don't have any verbs to underline and then ask the question. So you got to find all that yourself. And so that's what we're going to be focused on. Again, you got to ask yourself where, when, or how after the verb in this case. Yes, they can modify adjectives and other adverbs, but right now we're just focusing on the verbs. So, please kindly make sure that today especially, for your assignment, they're going to be focusing on when and where. However, let's go through these examples together here, okay? Number one, I will never move. First of all, find the subject. I. What did I do? Will move. That's the verb, will move. I know there's a word in there, hint, 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 that is interrupting it, but the subject is I. The verb is will move. Now, will move when? Never. Never. That, I find, folks, is the adverb. Now, I'm not going to say that's a nice thing to say, is I will never move, but at any rate, never is the adverb. Okay. I will stay upstairs in my room. Who or what did something? I. What am I doing? Will stay. Will stay where? Upstairs. Upstairs. Now we're getting it. Now we're getting it. Number three. Boxes are everywhere. Who or what did something? The boxes. What did they do? They simply are. Boring verb, I know, but it's still a verb. They are. Are where? You guys are getting it now. All right. Everywhere. All right. Soon the boxes will be gone. Who or what's doing something? Again, the boxes. What are they doing? They will be. Will be gone. Will be gone is the entire verb phrase. When will the boxes be gone? Soon. All right. Oh, that's a terrible circle. I'm so sorry. Let me get rid of that. What did I just do? Undo. There we go. That's a nice eraser. We could just right-click and hit undo, huh? Number 5. Mom is talking now. Who or what's doing something? Mom. Better listen now. What is she doing? Is talking. Is talking when? Now. All right, Mommy. All right. We hear you. Now. Okay. Maybe you guys I think what you're doing now is you're kind of already picking out, that's the adverb. Without even doing a lot, you can probably pick out, I think that's the adverb. I think you're probably at that point now, but I'm still asking you to go back to what we learned in August. Find the subject, find the predicate, then find the adverb. Okay, we must leave here. Who or what's doing something? We. What are we doing? Must leave. Must leave where? Here. Well done. Ooh, and a mighty fine circle, if I might say so myself. Okay. 7. Now we will see the bus. Who or what's doing something? We. What will we do? We'll see. We'll see when. Now. Getting the adverbs. Here's why I don't want you to get mixed up. And I hope I'm not confusing you. But do you remember when we went through direct objects? Remember? Okay. We will see. We'll see what? Are you noticing the difference? Did you hear what I said? I said we'll see what. This, the bus, is what we call the direct object. That is not an adverb. Notice this is a noun. And so I don't want you guys to get confused. You can say, okay, we asked what? That's direct object. Now when, where, how? Yeah, a lot of questions, but you got to keep them separate. Okay, we'll see what? Bus, direct object. That's something we went through a few weeks ago. But we'll see when? Now. You just got to remember adverbs, for what we're studying right now in 3rd grade, they modify or go back to the verbs. That's where you got to differentiate the difference. Kind of a weird differentiate the difference, but understand the difference, okay? A lot of different parts of speech, nouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, all this other stuff. But once you got them set apart and you stick with the rule of the day, that's where you're going to do this well. Number 8, we climb inside. Who or what did something? We. What do we do? Climb. Now, yes, I'll be honest, it's pretty easy when there's only 3 words in the sentence, but you can still ask yourself, we climb where? Inside. Inside. Ooh, number 9, not so easy. Finally, the bus starts to move. Who or what did something? The bus. What did it do? Starts to move. Starts to move when? Finally. There we finally have an ly, but that's a clue that's an adverb. But if you notice, none of these other ones have ly, so you can't just look for ly words like we did a week ago. Again, number 10 and 11 you can probably do right away. We look where? Down. We stop soon. You got that. My point here, though, is that even if you have 3-word sentences, you still got to go back to what we've done in the basics, right? It's just like a sports team. They might have this really great plays, but if you don't do the basics and learn how to dribble and pass well, you can't have some amazing, really cool play where you're running this way and that way and score. You got to be able to do the basics first. And that's what I'm asking you to do with the adverbs. Start with the subject, find the verb, then ask yourself how, when, or where after the verb, just like we've all been practicing here. As you can see here, my fine folks, nothing's underlined here. We started from scratch. We just ask ourselves those questions. We know that, right? We knew nothing was underlined. That's why we went through this all together. But you need to do that. Yes, you're right. There's not any 3-word sentences, so you're going to have a challenge here. But notice we're focusing on asking when or where after the adverb. We kind of really nailed down how last week. Now it's on when and where. So please focus on that, my fine folks. Let's take a look at number 1. Even though we went through 11 examples, let's do number 1 together. So as you're going through number 1 here and you say, yesterday Nick visited an old village. Again, go back to the basics. Who or what did something? Nick. What did he do? Visited. You can ask yourself when or where. Visited when? And clearly we have yesterday, right? So just like yesterday, you're going to write down the adverb, which in this case is yesterday, and then you write down when for the question you ask. So this is your assignment for today, guys. Lord's blessings to you as you praise your Savior.